So we are releasing our bounty program like in a week or two, where we are going to give bounties to people that want to contribute to our platform. The contribution could be several types. So it could be, for example, auditing smart contracts, figuring out what kind of data can be extracted from them and building metrics for it. Now, for example, just last night we did analysis of the Oracle prices of the Maker DAO and comparing this with the market prices, like whether this makes sense. Now, all these kind of things requires you to understand the smart contracts, figure out how they work, what metrics can be extracted from them. It could be also connected with connecting data sources. If you have an idea of something interesting that can be put, together with the price of some cryptocurrency, some interesting data feed, we are willing to give you money in order to develop this and use our platform. And it's most probably going to be open source. Like the libraries that we are going to be used are open source. They're on our GitHub. So if you're willing to participate, you're welcome, and just write me an email.
On oral channels as well as the YouTube channel. So people in Turkey will have it.
Sure. Like we really want to. This is my email. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Tim. I work on PegaSys.
And what are you doing in PegaSys?
So PegaSys is a spoke within Consensus. We just launched an Ethereum client today. It's a mainnet compatible client that's also pretty geared towards enterprise use cases. So it's written in Java, fully open source, has an Apache 2.0 license, and early next year we'll be launching our first enterprise release for the client. We're both looking to hire people, not just developers. We do a lot of 2.0 research, so we're looking for researchers as well, but then a broad array of roles too, so whether it's designers or people along the strategy, the dev side as well. And we're looking to just talk with partners too. So we have a big hackathon this weekend at Node 5, where we'll have people working on with our new clients.
How are you? And who are you? What are you doing?
I'm Alexandra. I'm the co-founder of the Golem project. Want to make a computer power a commodity, in a decentralized way with full user control. Want to make sure that all the computers that are around the globe, just in a turn on, can be used for computation. And there are decentralized providers, like big companies that are controlling the data centers.
So, do you have any open position for remote workers?
There are some. You can check our offers on our website. Well, what is Omisego?
Yeah, we are from Omisego. So what we're trying to build is that we are trying to build infrastructures that available infrastructures that everyone can build e-wallet on it. So we actually compound of 3 components. We have OMG networks, and we have a DEX, and the last one is e-wallet. So actually, blockchain is not for everyone, right? But we're trying to make it, built for everyone. Basically, the e-wallet part is for mass adoptions. So usually, people that they want to build, they want to involve in cryptocurrencies. Normally, they don't know about cryptocurrencies at all, and mostly they don't need to know about it. So the e-wallet part will help in this part. So we actually hide off the complexities under the e-wallet part, and then make it very user-friendly for the users. This is very important, especially for the enterprise solutions. Otherwise, they are not gonna be, oh, I love cryptocurrencies, I just want to try it out. They just want to find the solutions that improve, the revenues and make the companies better. They don't actually care much about cryptocurrencies, and that is just the starting point, right? We should actually starting from onboarding them and let them learn more about cryptocurrencies, know more about blockchains, know more about the benefits of it, layers. So yeah, the e-wallet part we actually will be integrated on the OMG networks. Is a plasma solution, second layer solutions that build on Ethereum. So it's actually do micropayments. It's basically a second layer solution. Plasma. Everyone knows about plasma, right?
Yeah. So which kind of technologies you are using your projects?
Technologies.
Yeah.
So most of our projects is built on Elixir. is a programming language. Our wallet also built on Elixir. Our OMG network also built on Elixir.
Centralized object storage network. We're on the third version of our network currently. The second version of our network, V2, which is now kind of throttled and appreciated, scaled to about 150,000 nodes across the world. Those are people running private data center instances, local NAS arrays in their home that are storing encrypted file shards in a kind of Byzantine tolerant storage network. We're distributed because we store data across different nodes across the world, and we're decentralized because you could be storing your data anywhere. It could be on your worst enemy's hard drive, right? And you wouldn't know, he wouldn't know, and it wouldn't matter. So in that sense, we're distributed and decentralized. We just launched V3 yesterday, actually. So we launched the V3 network overview, or the V3 white paper. It's about 90 pages. It's somewhat similar almost to like an O'Reilly book. It's not published by O'Reilly. It's self-published by us. You can consider it like the mastering storage book. It covers everything from an overview of the economic incentives of the network to the formal implementation of pathway encryption for metadata, definitions of our peer classes, threat models, etc. So it covers everything. It's a great read. If you're have a long plane ride, I highly recommend diving into it. But yeah, so our kind of core thesis is that decentralization and distributed systems have inherent advantages over centralized object storage networks. And so what we're looking to do is, rather than create a new developer library with the new bindings and a new file system for developers to learn, we want to be compatible with the tools that developers are already using. So for V3, we have the Amazon it's an AWS S3 gateway. S3 is an open API. And so we're using MinIO as our gateway to the storage network as a decentralized object storage layer. And what that means is that anyone that's using S3 can shift to us and get the benefits of decentralization, which in this case, we're really focused on winning in kind of the three core areas and beating AWS in their core competencies, which in this case are price. We're half the price of AWS S3. We want to be similar to the price of Glacier with the availability of S3, meaning you don't have to wait a week to get your files if it's an archival backup. From a security standpoint, we're client-side encrypted, so only the client, only you have keys to your data. So in that sense, right, we're private by design, we're secure by default. And then on top of that, we're looking to beat AWS in performance. In testing in the last version of our master release, we were faster on both upload and download compared to AWS. That broke in our current master release, but by the time we release like a full launch, we want to be able to say we're cheaper, we're more performant, and we're more secure. And so our thesis is use the fits of decentralization to beat centralized cloud at their core competency. So.
Okay. Do you have any job openings for the ones who wants to be remotely involved?
Yeah, so I mean, our team is like our network's distributed globally. Our team's also globally distributed. What we're focused on right now are probably developers who have a strong background in Go. So if you have a strong background in Go, we're open source, and probably the best way to get the attention of our project would be to create a PR request, file an issue, get involved with our GitHub, and if you put out good code, there's always opportunities.
Okay.
So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.